Okay, here's our agenda today. For the first part, I would like to talk about is what is JSTOR, about why do we use this name, and then second part is how to use JSTOR, and the third part is talking some specific tools about JSTOR. We will show some videos and we'll do the demonstration on the website later. We'll talk about Workspace. If we have extra time, we'll do some. We will talk about the understanding series and text analyzers. Okay, what is JSTOR? JSTOR provides access to more than 12 million academic journal articles and books. Our school has the DDA ebooks and primary source in more than 75 disciplines. And actually, JSTOR is a project which launched by the Mellon Foundation in 1994 in order to preserve all the academic resources. They digitalize these informations into a digital version and store on the cloud in order to help schools and campus and institutions to store these informations in how to say that? Is it okay if I speak in Chinese? Use some Chinese word? Okay， 就是说他们帮助储存这些就是帮助把这些资源数字化，然后更方便的去做一些储存的动作，这样子。Okay, and we help you to explore a wide range of scholarly content through a powerful research and teaching platform. JSTOR collaborates with academic communication to help libraries connect students and faculty to vital content while lowering a cost and increasing the shelf space. Because we know that it's impossible for us to keep building libraries to store all the paper book. Okay, provide independent researchers with free and low-cost access to scholarship, and help publishers reach new audience and preserve their content for future generations. Okay, JSTOR is part of ISACA, just like I mentioned before. It's a nonprofit organization that also includes RSTOR, which that HKBU has already a subscription, a part of member of the RSTOR, and ISACA S+R and Portico. The later two project is helping the campus or institutions or publishers to do the digitalized process and to help them to preserve those informations. Oh, how can I? Okay. So in current stage that we provide those three parts of project for our users. The first one is the most famous one is archive journals. JSTOR collect more than 2,600 journals from 1,200 publishers with publication dates ranging from 1665, which is at about Qing Dynasty, okay, to 2022 into current days. The journals are available in more than 75 disciplines in humanities, social sciences, and mathematics. JSTOR is famous in their art and social sciences collection. We have 15 collections about art and social sciences. And we also have the primary source collections. It's different from the common resources we like to use, for example, not magazine, not journals, not ebooks. It's primary source. It's we have some pamphlets, we have some manuscript from all around the world. So JSTOR include more than 2 million primary sources across 4 collections. So here we can see on PBT's 19th century British pamphlets, global plans, and struggle for freedom, South Africa. And the last one is World Heritage Sites. It's talking about Africa. So these 4 parts are the primary source collections. And the third part is booked at JSTOR. JSTOR contains more than 85,000 ebooks from academic publishers, and the number is still increasing year by year. The ebooks work just like journals, offering unlimited use and DRM-free chapter download in PDF formats. HKBU is a member of our DDA, so we will introduce about DDA later. Okay. So the school, HKBU, has 6 collections, archive collections, art and science 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 7. So in each collections, actually it's multi-disciplines in every collections, but each collections will have a main direction, such as we can see on the PPT, like in Art and Science 4, it might focus more on law and education, and like Art and Science 6 is political science, education, and business. So we cannot say that each collection has only one directions, but you will have a,会有个大方向 of main directions of each collections. Like 3 and 5 and 8 will be more related with literature, humanities, and like folklore, performing arts. And in 4 or 6 and 7 and 9, perhaps it will be more related with business and economics. Okay. So the next page is about books at JSTOR DDA. DDA means the demand-driven acquisition. It offers access to large amount set of titles and discovery and use, but library only pays for those that reach a threshold of usage. Here's the rules. In DDA program, a title is triggered for acquisition when it is used and reaches at least 7 total item requests. For the consortia, the threshold is customized based on the number of participating members. Usage of full front matter and back matter doesn't count toward the trigger threshold to ensure that only substantive use leads for purchase. So in addition, all usage under the trigger threshold is free. There are no short-term long costs. So only hits 7 requests, the system will automatically download and purchase the book. And when the deposit is, to the end, then the campus the institutions will deposit more in order to remain the DDA functions. Okay, so here is the how to use JSTOR. I believe that compared with other database, I think JSTOR is very friendly platform and landing page. It's not that difficult to use, but we'll still go through the PowerPoint first, and then we'll see the website directly on my computer. Okay. Before 2021, that JSTOR and RSTOR, they are actually in different teams to hold each project. But since last year, they combined together. So now, at current stage, we can search not only journals and books, but also the images, which were hosted at RSTOR platform before. But since the HKBU has both subscriptions, you can use the resources not only on JSTOR, but also on RSTOR. Okay. Image on JSTOR are contributed by partnering institutions like university, museums, community, and private collections, including RSTOR Digital Library, ADL. For this reason, image quality and size can vary. Access to image return in your search results will also vary on an individual record level, depending on whether or not you have the authenticated access to specific licensed content. I'm sorry. Okay, so here's the, we can see the circle here is image. Actually, during the past few years, it's only collections here, and this column is new. Okay, here's the search bar, and here you can see my mouse. It's advanced search. We will discuss about the details later. There are 2 searches from JSTOR.org, a basic search, this one, and an advanced search here. This guide will cover each of these forms as well as how to understand the search results. Okay. So let's see from top to bottom, left to right. Okay, here is search. We provide advanced search in here and also image search. If you do some research like garden design or some urban reorganization, things like that, etc., and you will see more images from RSTOR here on this platform. And we provide 4 ways of browse: by subject, by title, by collections, and by publishers. So I know that some researchers or some users, they are particularly fond of some publishers. They like Cambridge, they like Oxford, they like Sage. And we also cooperate with these publishers and provide many informations here. So you can directly use by publisher to do this research in order to find more specific results that you want to get on this platform. And the third part is tools. This is a very interesting part because the tools here is provided by JSTOR Lab. It's a laboratory established in 2016, I suppose, and they keep inventing some very interesting tools in order to help users to broaden their views in research, or to help them to seek some new keywords, or to find a new way in their thesis or essay. We'll talk about the tools later also. So here's the landing page of JSTOR. It's easy and not very difficult to understand. Okay. So the next page is about advanced search. We did not pay much attention on basic search because you can key in any words that you would like to search here in this blank. So we'll directly move on to advanced search. Use the drop-down boxes to limit search terms to the title, author, abstract, or caption text here. You can add more and more blank if you want in order to help you to get more precisely results that you want to see. Or otherwise, if you keep like Shakespeare, then you will find like more than 50,000 results, and which will make you chaos. Okay. Okay, so in this drop-down list, we have all fields: author, item title, abstract, and captions. You can modify the keywords you want here and add more blanket as you need it. Okay. The next part is select an access type. In JSTOR platform, if you do not use this drop-down list, then it will default you to the all content. Okay. So it will show you the content which just have no access to it. But if you want to see the thing the school has already subscribed, then you need to here use this drop-down list and choose content I can access, which will show you the previous 6 archive collections we showed in a couple years ago. And then another thing is the open access, because on JSTOR platform, we have more open access were added in these few years. So you can see the subscription archive and the open access. Choose content I can access. But if you choose all content, then if the results is not allowed to enter or to access, there will be a cross before the results. And it will shows you that you have no right to access to this article or to this book. Okay, here, let's move on to the next paragraph. Use the drop-down boxes to combine search terms by using full-on operator and or not and near 5, 10, or 25. The near operator look for the combinations of keywords within 5, 10, or 25 words places of each other. The near operator only works when searching for single keyword combinations. For example, you may search for cat near 5 dog, but not domesticated cat near 5 dogs. I believe that the users have, or the students or the faculties, might have the search classes which are more professional than I did. So I'm not going to do too much explanation in this part. Okay. The third paragraph uses the narrow by option to search only articles include or exclude book reviews, search for content published during a particular time frame or in a particular language. We know that users or the students or the staff, they might do some research in a specific period of time. And in these circumstances, you can use. Let's move on to the next page. We're not that yet, not that far yet. Okay. In a particular time frame, for example, if I would like to have a research or a study about 1920 to 1930, the economic environment in Europe. So you can put here. Let's move on to here. It's a publication dates from, like, you can key in 1920 to 1930. And the system, the platform shows you the results which fits your needed. Okay. So here's the next page about and search. Use the drop-down boxes to limit search terms of title, author, and object, and caption context. Okay, here. We have the duplicate pages, I suppose. Results, because that is the reason we need to use a advanced search in order to to get more precisely information. And like what I said, we on JSTOR platform we provide like journals, books, and pamphlets, and research reports, of course, and some miscellaneous, etc. Other things, for example, like the primary source we mentioned on previous. And most of the resources on JSTOR platform, they are, at least I think 90% were written in English, but we have some minority languages such as here. We can see on this blanket, it's English. We also provide Dutch, French, German, Hebrew, Italian, Latin, Polish, Portuguese, and Spanish. So that's very interesting. In addition to English, JSTOR also provide resources in other language, but not that much. So these things we saw here are included, even Hebrew and Latin, but very, very few. Okay, because we have a collection called called Jewish Studies. So there are some very special language on that collections. Okay, use the narrow by options to search on the articles. Okay, here's the same things we saw on the previous page. Item type and language and the publication date. Like I mentioned, that we can key in, we can set a period of time in order to get more close to our research or our study. Or you can search journal or books title. You can directly put the titles here, or you can use ISBN to do this research. But I think it's rare because it's hardly for us to use ISBN to do our research on the platform. Okay, here's are the 75 disciplines. Thanks, Sunny. She copied all the disciplines on this PPT. They are like 75, and we think we can do more disciplines in the future, perhaps. Focus on article search in specific disciplines and title using checkbox. You can do the check, and then the system will run again and show you the new results after you click this checkbox. Discipline search is currently only available for searching journal contents. Please notice this. This function does not work on ebooks. Okay, in current stage, we'll try to do more and try to make it better. Okay, currently only available as journal content. Selecting this option will exclude ebooks from this search. Okay. Let's move. How to use JSTOR. This page shows the search results. Okay, so if you key in, then Sunny.
Yes, please.
In which
after you search your keywords, it will show the relevance, and you can choose by the newest article or oldest one. You can search the article years. Yes, and our default will set on the relevance.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so the system will default the relevance first, and then you can choose from the newest or from the oldest to the newest. This ascending or descending function here works here. Okay, use the sort by menu to view search results by relevance, oldest or newest. And the other thing is, I think that's very helpful, is the exported selected citation. When I was in graduate school, long time ago, and I'm very sick of doing the citation work, because we need to copy down, we need to write by ourselves, not to just have a click and then we'll export all the things out. So on JSTOR platform, they provide 3 formats of citation, which are MLA, Chicago, and APA. So the users may export with your tools or directly copy and paste into the end of your thesis or essay. Okay, here, select the article first before export the citation. You do the click and then you can export them with one or multiple works in one time. So I think that's a very useful and helpful tools for students and researchers. So in this page is like 375,403 results. So if we want to move and we want to narrow down the results, okay, you need here. Here's the refined results. Okay. Search within results, you can get you can provide a more specific or precise keywords here. And then you can also do the academic content because like I said, we have journals, book chapters, and research papers. So you can, go further and to fix your results on fixed on the content. For example, like I want to only see the journals because we can only have the access right to the journals, or if we are allowed to enter books, and then you can click book chapters here. And the primary source contents, later we're going to talk about the open community. So the serials is useful in open community, and documents and books and images. Okay. So on JSTOR, we also provide images for you now, but not that much, unless you are a member of our store. And the date, enter an year or a month. Okay, so from like 1920 CE to 1930 CE. Okay, you can key in the year, the era, the period that you want to put in. Okay, here in this column in the middle, it's subject. Okay, we have like 75 disciplines, different subjects, which will fit your need, because we like to know, for example, like if you want to know about math and you want to know the history of math, or you want to know the computer science about math related with math. So you can here use this subject to narrow down your research results. Okay, academic content opinion to filter results.
Sorry.
Academic content. So there are more explanations here on the right-hand column. You can see it after our presentation. Okay, thank you. Next page. So, and this page, this is the landing page about a journal, American Journal of Sociology. Like I said, JSTOR provides the main part of JSTOR is archive collections. It's each journal has a moving wall. What is moving wall, for example? In this case, in American Journal of Sociology, the moving wall is 5 years. So here, can anyone see here? The coverage year from 1895 to 2016. The coverage year is, in this case, 2022, and then we move backward 5 years, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17. So in 2021, we can see the content from 1895 to 2016. But when we move on to 2023, compare with this year, compare with 2022, we can see one more year's content, which is 2017. We do not count our current year and move backward like 5 or 3. On JSTOR platform, the average about moving wall is 3 to 5 years. Most of the journal are in this average, but some publishers or some information providers, they are very kind. They will provide the latest volume or issues on the platform to us. But the average year about moving wall is 3 to 5 years. Every year when we are having the annual meeting at DRA, this is the questions that we will ask for the teachers or the attendance every year, like to how to calculate the moving wall, and they have to pass the test to get the certifications. Okay, so that is the moving wall. If you would like to see the moving wall year about this journal, you can check here the journal information, and it will provide you like here. So the information are shown in this part, the description, the coverage year, the moving wall, and the subject, and which collection this journal or these books were put in. Okay. Ooh. So it's time for video.
Yes. Wait a second.
Okay, like we said that since last year, JSTOR and RSTOR, they are trying to merge into each other now. So we're going to watch a video talk about how to do the image search on JSTOR platform.
You can search for over 3.7 million images shared by museums, archives, and artists from around the world on JSTOR. Today, I'm going to take 5 minutes and show you how to conduct and refine an image search on JSTOR. JSTOR continually releases new content and features, so your view may not exactly match the examples in this recording. Here we are on JSTOR. You can get to the image search page from the search drop-down menu on any page. Here we are on the image search page. Let's say we want to do a presentation on the artist Frida Kahlo. One quick way to get to all the artwork in JSTOR made by a specific artist is to use the Creator field choice that appears in the drop-down menu as I type. The field Creator will return works by the artist. The number of items returned in your search will appear after your search terms. Small thumbnail images of the search results appear after that number. As I scroll down the page, the number of results I have viewed appears after each 20 results. This helps me know where I am in my list of results. If I click on one of the thumbnails, that image will open in a larger view. From this item view page, I can use the Cite button to cite the image or choose the buttons that follow that one to share, save to my workspace, or download the image. The back button in my browser will take me back to where I was in my list of results. Now, let's remove the field indicator for Creator from the search box. Remember, that was how I returned works by Frida Kahlo. Without an indicator telling JSTOR a specific field to search, it will return results for images with Frida Kahlo in any field. This gives us several more results to explore. It's possible to narrow your search results in the Refine Results sidebar. You can search within your original results with this additional search box in the Refine Results sidebar. You can also search for a specific date range and search by classification. For example, I can narrow my results to just photographs. This returns every item in JSTOR that is classified as a photograph that also contains the phrase Frida Kahlo. This gives us a chance to view historical photographs of Frida Kahlo and people she interacted with. Other choices in the Refine Results sidebar include country and collection. Notice that there are numbers after each of these categories. These tell me how many items that match my results come from a specific place or a specific collection. Because the images in JSTOR come from a variety of contributors, this collection category list allows you to choose one or several collections when refining your results. After you've explored all of the images, you might want to search for scholarly and other primary source content related to this artist and her work. The search box at the top of the page is already populated with your search terms, so you can just execute that search right from the image search page. And here we are on the search results page of all content in JSTOR that contains the phrase Frida Kahlo. For more on searching all the content on JSTOR, see the latest videos in the JSTOR YouTube channel. Join us for other training videos where we will explore doing research on JSTOR in more detail. If you have any questions, use the support button to navigate to that page or contact support@jstor.org. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you learned how to quickly find images relevant to your research. Happy searching.
Okay. And this one is one more video from JSTOR YouTube channel. And the reason why we like to share the image search, because you HKView also are the participants of the JSTOR. So I think this is a big move on for JSTOR and JSTOR. They connect the platform function. And before, your search may be only for the article or book chapters. But start from the 2021, the last season of 2021 is combined with the JSTOR search. So not only the article, not only the text, but also the image. So that's why we share this video with all the listener here. And the next one, the Workspace is also a very interesting. Yes, but it's because too much detail. So I think from the JSTOR video, you can see the a big direction to use this function, and then to search more different way to use the Workspace by yourself. Okay.
Primary sources, journal articles, and book chapters you find on JSTOR. Then you can always get back to that content for reading or sharing. Once you register for a free personal account, your Workspace is ready to use. For our previous videos on saving to your Workspace and on registering for an account, see the links below. JSTOR continually releases new content and features, so your view may not exactly match the examples in this recording. You can get to the Workspace from any page on JSTOR, from the Tools drop-down menu near the top of the page, or the drop-down menu after your name at the top of the page. We are now in my Workspace. To see all the types of items in my folder, I will choose Gallery View. Let's open a folder. Here we are in my Workspace within one of my folders. Here are some ways you can curate your content. After the folder name, you will find a drop-down menu. By choosing Add a Description from that drop-down menu, I can access a text box where I can include any commentary about the content of my folder. I can lengthen this box to give myself plenty of room to add my text. Each item in my folder also has a drop-down menu. From this menu, I can add a note about that item. If I want to change the order of the items in my folder, I can go into custom order mode in two ways, either from the sort drop-down menu after the folder name, or simply by beginning the action of sorting by dragging the item where I would like to place it in the folder. Once I have my items in the order I want, I'm ready to download my folder content using the Export button at the top of the page, just before the Create Subfolder button. If I want to download my images, I can choose to export to PowerPoint. Within the speaker's notes of the downloaded PowerPoint, on the title slide, you can find any folder description you may have written. On subsequent slides, your speaker's notes will contain any notes that were added to that image item in your Workspace. Those notes can be found below the image metadata. That is the information about the image in the speaker's notes as well. Export to PDF allows me to download a list of all the content in my folder, each with a link to the item on JSTOR. My folder description appears at the top of the list. Join us for other training videos where we will continue to explore ways to do research on JSTOR. If you have any questions, use the support button to navigate to this page or contact support@jstor.org. Happy searching.
Okay, happy searching. There's one interesting thing that as you know, JSTOR mentioned about the screen, you may not exactly match the website as you see. That when we create this PowerPoint, the day just for 3 days before, the first page of JSTOR, the homepage of JSTOR, has changed. Yes, we cannot find the first one is from the download box, low box. You can find the advanced search, and after 3 days, it's directly show on the homepage. So, JSTOR is a very flexible website. So I think it's very good for the user. You can find more interesting things from the website and the whole database, not only the article, but also image now and the archive journal. Yes. And our next.
So this is the JSTOR YouTube channels. JSTOR will upload some search videos or to introduce their new functions, and they will upload the video onto this channel. So if you are interested in this one, then you can subscribe their YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's move on. Oh, so here's the quiz. Oh, are we going to do the quiz now or
you, Angela, you
later. We will embed the questions into our post-event quiz.
Okay.
Okay, sure.
Then
so
is it possible for me to share my screen again?
Yeah,
sure.
Okay.
I just found that the JSTOR video is very easy to discover on YouTube, and I just shared the link in the chat box with our audience today.
Very sweet.
Yes, and I found that there are multiple videos already available on the YouTube channels from JSTOR. It's very informative and easy to find, easy to search. Yes, and those videos is quite handy for the users to get access, to get to know like how to search the images, how to search the ebooks, a particular topics within JSTOR.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
very useful.
But some functions may be out of time. They already not available anymore. But
because the database make changes and also update their contents from time to time.
Yes.
That's why for some of the videos like over years ago, maybe a little bit outdated, but I think for those recent videos, will be very useful.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's now 16, 20, 18. Okay, I'll move on to open community first, and then if we have extra time, I will briefly talk about the understanding series and text analyzer. And HKBU has already a participant of open community, and they provide two collections I mentioned. The first one is China Punch, and the second one is the Duran collection. I'm not sure if my pronunciation is right, but where can you find it? So here's the landing page of JSTOR, and we click about here, about, and then there's a what's in JSTOR here. So this is the page about talking about what content or provided on JSTOR platform, and here we can see in the middle open community collections. Okay. It's initiative unlock the potential of institutions' special collection by making them freely available on the platform researchers, faculties, and students already know and use. And it is a great opportunity for the institutions to show their works, show their results to the users of JSTOR worldwide. Okay, we click learn more here. So here's share your content openly where research begins, and the key benefits. If we have time, we can go through this, but no, sorry. So here on the bottom of this page, explore collections on JSTOR. Okay, explore collections of images and primary sources from library, museum, and archives around the world. So discover new avenues and research. We already have 1,009 collections on this platform. So we can find HKBU here in this drop-down list. Hong Kong Baptist University 2. Okay. So there are the currently available 2 collections from Hong Kong Baptist University. The first one is the China Punch. It's the newspaper, right? Okay, and the second one is Derwent Collection, History of Macau in the let's click and see what's inside. So I think that the school or the institution will keep uploading new informations on the platform, perhaps in the future. Okay, Derwent Collections, History of Macau in the 18th and 19th centuries. So here are some pictures, some scripts, some drawing about Macau at 18th and 19th century. And these collections could be discovered through the search here. If we click, let's go back to the landing page. If we click wit and humor as a keyword and into the platform, into the search results, there are 55,678 results. And like what I mentioned before, we can use here the primary source content because the collections that HKBU provides are primary source, are pictures and the script and not the electronic resources. So we click serials here and we can see the results from China Punch here, this one. Serial, the China Punch, 1870 volume 2, issue 18. And it's a free resources which will demonstrate to the whole world, to the users worldwide. Okay. So when the school or the institutions keeps uploading the resources onto their space, and the users worldwide can discover these informations through the platform. Okay. So it's the newspaper in 19th centuries. Is it right? China Punch. It's a very abundant resources. Okay. So that is the information, the resources on open community. Okay, so we got 7 minutes. I still want to do the text analyzer because I think this is a very, very functional and useful tools for researchers and for students or even the staff here. Text analyzer. It's a tool which invented by the JSTOR lab. Let's hope it can work here. So this is a column and you can upload a document with text in it. For example, this can be anything, a paper you're writing, an outline or of a work in progress, an article you just downloaded, or a thesis you received from your mentor, from your teachers. And maybe your teacher will say, let's discuss this next week. And you want to know more or you want to find more interesting things or keywords or terms or other inspirations through this article, you can use text analyzer to help you to figure it out. So here's a demo. I hope this worked because it's, running out of, unfortunately, like what I said with Sun yesterday, that it's okay. It works very well during our rehearsal. But every time when you just get into the official work and it's...
Yesterday when we rehearsal, we just talk about Yeah, we try it now. Okay, and it's very perfect result to analyze the text, but we are not sure if it works for the tomorrow's real online training.
Presentation. Yeah, sad. Okay.
That's so sad.
Not bad. Not good. Not good.
So I just wondering for the uploading procedure, if our student or our faculty members just drag and drop a document here, the result should be, I mean, the system should able to do some analysis for our test, right?
Yeah, but don't worry, JSTOR won't store or share the text you upload into this tool, and the tool analyzes the text within the document to find the key topics and terms used, and then uses the ones it deems most important. The system will automatically deems the most important. They will say there's a prioritized terms to find similar content on JSTOR platform, and then so the users can review the results and download articles that you are interested in. Yeah. Okay. And then the system will automatically deem the prioritized term, but it also allows users to adjust the results you are seeing by adding. You can add the new terms, or you can remove the words because you think this is not important, or this is not matching your results, or this is not matching your topic, your thesis. So you can removing and or adding the terms by yourself, but you need to give it a little bit time because it needs to run again with the whole system to mapping the results, and will provide you the results later. And I suppose that the results will be okay, but it's lagged all the time when I do the official presentation. Okay, so the more text within your documents, the better, because the system can do more research, but it will take a little bit longer if the article is very long.
Oh, is there a limitation for the file size? Oh, some other students also have the same question. Is there limits in the document size? I mean, how large, like a PDF format, or if how many megabytes for the documents?
I will check about the size, but I know there are many formats. You can even upload a JPEG onto it.
Oh, even JPEG image here.
JPEG. Yeah, image is also. But make sure that there are words on it, or otherwise the system cannot read it out. Okay, I will check about
OCR, right?
Yeah, I'll check the size about this, and then we will reply to you about the size of the document. And the platform JSTOR, they won't store anything you upload onto them. So there's not to worry about the copying issue. Okay, so this is the text analyzer. You can try by yourself. And I think it will work. If it's not working, we will try to push JSTOR to fix it, because it's still a beta version. It's not a really totally launched to, it's not officially launched. It's still a beta version. We'll try to, here, it's a beta.
Yeah, I see the beta label.
Yeah, and we'll try to make it work.
That's why it's not perfect right now. It's in the testing process.
I'm still working on it.
Do you mind to share my screen? I think
you work
here on my computer. It looks like okay for this function.
Okay.
Thank you.
Mine strike all the time.
Okay,
so this is the
really nice,
perfect.
Yeah, this is the analysis report, right?
Yes, and so we can see from left, these are the prioritized terms redeemed by the system. So you can drag this circle from not important to very important. It depends on your concern. It depends on what you're needed. Or you can click the X at the front of each line to delete these terms and choose other terms beneath you think it is important, or it's more related with your search. And the results will show on the right-hand side. And here's the drop-down list. We can provide 3 other filters. One is publication year, the content type, and the access level. All content or content I can access. I do need to change my computer. It's, it's shrunk all the time. Okay, so this is the text analyzer. I think it's a very, very functional and powerful tool while doing research. And this next one is it possible for we take a look about the understanding series, the tools, the second one. So the understanding series is the tool that launched after text analyzer. Okay, so this tool helps linking original text and literature published by later studies. From JSTOR understanding series, it can show the importance of each sentence and paragraph in the original text. Okay, not only linking the research resources from ancient times to present, but also inspiring user during their studies. Sunny, 我们看一下那个莎士 Shakespeare 好了。不是 you drop down the page. It's already a collections.
Shakespeare.
Here, Shakespeare.
Okay.
In this function, because we know when, I think this function, this tool is more related with students from literature and they major in English or major in language and literature, because currently they are more literature and British literature, American literature. We have the Oscar Wilde, Shakespeare. Is it loading now?
Yes, but I think it's, oh, here, okay.
Okay. So let's see Hamlet, 第一个哈姆雷特. We know that when interpreting or referring to the original works, researchers or scholars are enormously influenced by the public opinion, environment, and culture background. So through this understanding series, be able to find out how users take reference from this literature work and how they interpret. So, 我想看那个 jump to. Here's a drop down list. Jump to. 是有一个下拉选单。
哦，这个。
对，然后 Act 3, Scene 1. 哦，不是 Act 3. 第三幕第一章，对。
Okay.
One of the most famous quote on Hamlet, to be or not to be, that is the question. Let's drop down. 往下一点点，再一点点，它在很前面。再往下500. There are 502 quotes from okay, here.
To be or not to be.
To be, that is the question. So there are 502 times which this quote were. This sentence were quoted on JSTOR platform. So so you can see how other people translate, how they interpret this sentence or how they use that sentence, how they use this quote in their work or in their book reviews. So you can also discover, like if you study in social sciences, you can see how this sentence were interpreted during that specific generation or era. So this is another tools which provided by JSTOR Lab.
It's really interesting.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
So there are 4 collections so far: Shakespeare, Shakespeare, I think the King Lear's Bible, and what else? I forgot. And JSTOR is now keep building other collections, but most of them are literature work. Okay. So after all this, is there any questions you want to know more about JSTOR platform?
Yes, students and faculty members and HKB scholars, do you have any questions related to JSTOR platform? I found that after the sharing from Jennifer and Sunny, I learned a lot from this platform, even though, for example, the text analysis and also the chart of country, which is also the source provided by the HKBU library, which are very useful and
useful information.
Yes. Very useful and informative sharing session this afternoon.